This is your mic. Just stick it on your shirt right here.
Yeah, I can't really.
I got you.
Like my left arm is like almost useless.
Man, I hate hearing that.
Yeah.
So, just got out of state jail.
Yeah, on Friday.
It's humid out here.
Yeah.
So, Matt, on Above and Below, interview 1 with
Mathew Lambert.
Tell me a little bit about where you're from and your when you started, or substance abuse became prevalent in your life.
I'm from Houston, Texas. My name's Mathew. I'm from Houston, Texas. You know, drug use for me started at an early age. Coming out of junior high into high school, it was drugs back then for me were just really used as a social thing. It wasn't addicting. It was more like a social life. You know, we went out and had fun with our friends. You know, that's what we did. And started smoking marijuana. Probably like 13, going on 14, and social, and we did cocaine, acid, LSD, PCP, Vicodins. We started off doing all that, just partying, having a good time with each other. I guess that's how we connected. That's what we did with our time. That's how we spent our time together. I really didn't see anything as an addiction. It was just more just what we were doing, like playing video games or bowling or fishing. We just saw it as something like that, something like a recreational activity that we could do with each other and just have fun, have a good time, because we were kids. You know, we're just innocent. We were naive, young, you know, we were just experiencing the world.
When did IV drugs start taking place? How did the innocent drug use as a young kid change into hardcore street narcotic use? Tell me about that transition.
Okay, so I was kicked out of my house at I think I was like 19 years old. My dad kicked me out of the house, and that's when I became homeless and went to a homeless shelter in downtown Houston called the Covenant House. And at that time, I had a girl that I was seeing. You know, we were together for about 3 or 4 years, and we were in the homeless shelter together over there, and we ended up having a child, my son. And just long story short, I was addicted to crack at that time, and so the crack cocaine is what, you know, broke up our marriage. Because we were married, we ended up getting married. Like I said, we had a kid, and the crack cocaine addiction ended our relationship. I wanted to stop. She didn't want to stop.
She basically took off and left with just me and my son together.
And like, how am I supposed to support this child by myself? So I quit smoking crack, and I started selling crack because I saw how much money I was spending on it. I knew that I could definitely support myself with the income that was generated from selling crack cocaine. So I started selling crack cocaine, and I sold crack to an undercover cop in Houston. And that was my first state jail sentence. I went to state jail for that. I sold crack to undercover, and that's how my son got taken out of my life. But the good part about that is my mother and my mother's mother and father were taking care of him while I was incarcerated that first time. And of course, when I got out, I wasn't fit to be a father. Like, I was just come out of state jail on my own. My grandparents had my son. So me and my mother discussed that it would probably be a good idea for me to move out of Houston, try to make a fresh start. And so that's what I did. I moved to San Antonio when I was probably about 22 years old. And I went to a Christian rehabilitation home, a Christian-based rehabilitation program. And I did that on my own. Like, nobody forced me to go. I went there in hopes of getting a new life, a grasp on a new life, building myself back up so I could get my son back. And I stayed in that Christian home for a year and a half, all on my own, trying to get myself better, in a position to where I could take care of my son. And so I saved up some money, and I was off drugs for a year and a half in hopes to get my son back. Well, so when that year and a half came up, I propositioned my grandparents, can I be in my son's life now? And they basically told me no. Like, it wasn't good enough, or I wasn't good enough. I needed to do more.
Check this. Make sure.
It just
Do more,
so, as far as getting my own place, a job, I still didn't have a job because I was in that home. I didn't have a job or nothing like that. But I just wanted to be in my son's life. I didn't necessarily want to take care of him. I just wanted him to know who I was. I just wanted him, for us to have a relationship, form a relationship. And that wasn't happening. And so I didn't see no progress, no positive feedback from my family. So at that time is what really hit me hard, knowing that I wasn't going to be able to be a part of my son's life. And that's when I started IV drug use, shooting up heroin. Because I remembered taking Vicodin and Oxycontin as a kid coming up, and it was just a way to take away the pain, I guess. It was a way to escape, I mean, part of it was rebellion too, I guess.
What was it like when you first shot heroin for the first time?
Man, truthfully, it I liked it. It was wonderful. I loved it. It was like one of the best feelings in the world. And it's like I found something that could fill the void of the relationship with my son.
The heroin nowadays, compare that time you shot up for the first time to the dope today.
Okay, so I've had I've struggled with that, with the heroin, real bad. It got to a point where it wasn't escape from the pain. It transitioned into where I was using it so much, so frequently, so often that I needed it. Like I physically needed it. Like if I didn't have it, I would get sick. And that's where it became really bad. Like I needed it. Like I needed to have it. And that's how that transition took place. Like,
do you think the heroin today is anything like the heroin back then? Back like when you first started using?
I mean, heroin is heroin, but
right. But with all the fentanyl and the cut and all that.
So I've seen a lot. So now this fentanyl stuff came out. This fentanyl stuff came out. And it's been, oh fuck. This fentanyl came out and it started taking my friends one by one. Like, my friends are still doing it. I don't do it. I've tried it, but right away, I knew that is some dangerous shit. I don't know who came up with the idea for that. I don't know why it came about. I wish that it never did. Like heroin was bad enough. Now you got something 10 times more powerful, 10 times more addictive, 10 times more deadly. And it's taken a lot of my friends, and the friends that I do have left, they're all on it, knowing that it killed so many of our friends. I don't understand how they can do it, knowing that it took all of our
it's an addiction.
Family's life. See the people out here on the streets with me. We've survived together. We've lived together. We help out one another on a daily basis. So I don't know how anybody else feels about all of our relationships out here. To me personally, we're all family. I mean, all of us. You're my family. You're my brother. You know, I love you very much.
Likewise.
You know, I really miss Razor. I miss him a lot. A lot. I miss Razor a lot, man.
So do I.
And every time I look at Anthony, Like the other day, I told Anthony, like I would die for Anthony. I'm not saying that I put ourselves in that position, but if it came down to it, man, I'll protect him with my life. He's been through so much.
So have you.
Yeah.
All of us.
He's got a good heart. He's just a kid, though. He's got, I'm 41 now. I'm much older. I'm not the same. We're all not the same person that we used to be. But
so you just got out of incarceration for a year.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah.
What's that like? When you went in a year ago, what are the streets like compared to when you went in a year ago to what they are when you got out last week?
I've been seeing a lot of people that I've struggled through life with. It has definitely impacted me in a way. Like my heart just hurts. I just got out a week ago, and I just got out a week ago, and then yesterday the day before yesterday, I was put on life support. I was sleeping. When I was asleep, a blood clot had formed in my left arm, and it put me in the hospital on I was on life support. So from coming out of prison straight into the hospital on life support and now it's rough. I don't have no use of my left arm.
I would say it would have to be pretty traumatizing, right?
Yeah, and I'm homeless, and I'm out here, and I have to do everything for myself. So all the people that are around me have been pretty good about helping try to take care of me. Like they've been washing me, cleaning my face, doing things that I can't do for myself.
Good.
Going to the store for me, because I can't really walk around. Especially all this, I've gained a lot of weight, and it's hard for my body to support all that weight. I'm not used to being this big. So for me, a walk to the store is a task. It's work.
Well, I'm sure the medical condition that you're in plays a big part in that. Because how much you weigh? Like a buck?
190.
190, yeah. But it's just.
And I'm 5'6.5".
Yeah.
It's a lot of weight.
Yeah. So, what happened when that blood clot hit? Where were you and what?
I was coming back from the store. I was trying to go to the store to get something to drink. I didn't feel right. I felt dehydrated. So I was going to the store to get something to drink. And on the way back from the store, I passed out, I guess, and they called the ambulance on me. Oh, but before I got the ambulance called on me, So I had a backpack with my money, my phone, my ID, everything was in it. And this guy saw that I was in trouble and needed help. And he acted like he was gonna help me. Well, he didn't help me, he robbed me. He knocked me down on the ground, took my bag, said, "I got you, bitch," and ran. And that same guy was, right now, is at the dam. I saw him. While you were there, there's a black guy that was there.
On the bicycle?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and I can't do nothing about it. I mean, I fucking, I just came off life support. And I can't move around. It's not like I don't wish no bad on him, but fuck, why you gotta do me like that? I don't do nothing to you.
That's gotta be frustrating.
Yeah, really frustrating. And then to see him, and like just know, you know, like just for him to be around.
So he did this before the hospital.
That's it. And so right after that, like right after that happened, is when I passed out and I fell. I hit my head on the concrete, and they called the ambulance and took me to the hospital.
So, Matt, how have drugs affected your life? If you could sum it up, how have drugs and street narcotics affected your life?
I mean, it's taken a lot of my friends. A lot of people aren't here no more. It turns people into not people. It makes them do things that are horrible. Like I don't know how you can treat a person like that. And the only way is drugs, or the want or the need for that drug is terrible.
Cause you to steal from your own family. I mean, the addiction is stronger than any of us. It's stronger than we are.
Definitely.
We can't beat it alone. We need support. We need help.
We do.
Otherwise, we're done because it's stronger than us. It's like us trying to fight a giant. We ain't gonna win. You know what I mean? It's like us trying to fight a 15-foot, 1,500-pound black belt. You know,
it's no competition, no match. Yeah.
You know, unless we
have
come together and support each other, or we ask for help.
Yeah.
Like, there's plenty of organizations out there that will help. That help me. That will help.
They've helped me. They've helped me.
Yeah. You know.
Like I don't do drugs like that no more. I'm not addicted to anything. Thank God, you know, by the power of God and a good support system and my heart.
Due to your past, do you think it would be a good idea to get on medicated assisted treatment just because you're in the streets right now? There's a lot of dope going around. We are addicts, right? We kind of know where that leads.
Yeah.
You know?
Nothing good.
Do you think that maybe methadone or buprenorphine might be a good idea?
Yeah.
Especially with this shit that's killing everybody, all our homies.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to get that. I every day I think, almost every day, if not every day, I think about how I am going to deal with getting another phone call saying so and so passed. he or she overdosed?
I was gone for so long that people thought I was dead.
I was worried about you. I mean, I was asking about you, you know.
So some people have come up to me and told me that they thought that I was dead, and I was like, no, I'm alive by the grace of God.
Where do you want to be in the next 2-3 years? What would you want your life to look like?
You know, I don't know. From where I've been to where I'm at now, you know, being on the streets, being homeless, like, I don't regret it. Like, I know it kind of sounds funny, but...
Well, it's obvious. It's obviously built your character, who you are. You know, you could help so many people because of the things that you've been through. You know, just like me. That's what I try to do now, you know. And it's like, and by no means am I perfect. I'm still a drug addict. I mean, I don't do dope, you know, but I still have my struggles and shit like that, you know. But the things that you've been through, say in 2 years, if you were cleaned up or, you know, maybe not on as much stuff as you were a long time ago, and you had a job and a place to live, like an apartment or something, and I mean, you would have so much game to be giving these people that are suffering from substance abuse. You know?
You know, what's really is affecting me is this damn blood clot that I found out that I had. So when I first got out, I wanted to go apply for a job, but now I can't work because the blood clot is not. I don't have no use in my left arm. So I mean, you know, and this may sound funny to you, but my whole goal or my whole ambition was when I got out that I wanted to go be a dishwasher at a restaurant.
Oh, I think that's a great goal.
You know,
I think it's a great goal.
I know. I mean, it may sound funny or whatever, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go be a dishwasher at a restaurant just so I could be a productive person.
Yeah. I think that's awesome. I think that's badass.
You know, and it's a start.
Hell yeah. And washing dishes is, man, I love washing dishes.
Yeah.
I like to wash dishes.
Yeah.
That may sound funny. I like to wash dishes.
I mean, I'd be by myself, just chilling, just working, doing something, keep me out of the streets, keep me away from all the negative that's out here.
And you'd be making some monies,
building
a resume. If you had any advice to give to the maybe younger generation or just anybody in general who is thinking about going down the path that you and I have gone down, as far as drugs and just bad stuff, trouble, getting into trouble, hanging with the wrong people, what would it be? If you had some advice to give to someone who's thinking, I think that's cool, man. I think gangsters are cool, and I want to try some of that heroin, man. What would your advice be?
To not even think like that. To not even go down. Don't entertain those thoughts. Like, don't even entertain it. Get that out. That shouldn't even be nowhere in your thought process. you should be wanting to do something productive and something positive.
Absolutely.
You know.
Man, it's a pleasure seeing you, Matt. I've been thinking about you, man. I was
thinking about you too. I was praying too for you.
When I saw you over there, yes.
Yeah.
So maybe in like a few months, we'll do a follow-up interview.
Yeah.
See where you're at.
So they gave me medication for 3 months for this blood clot. So and I have a doctor's appointment on October the 2nd.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if it gets better by then. We'll see what's going on.
Well, we can help you. Above and Below can help you. The organization I'm with can help you. Before we end this interview, is there anything you want to say that you want to get off your chest, that you just want to put out there in the universe?
Quit being mean to each other. Quit. Don't. Love your brother. Love your sister. Love your family.
Could you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, don't stop being mean to each other. Love each other. Love your brother. Love your sister. Support them. Give them positive feedback, positive advice. Stay away from all the drugs. Do something productive with yourself. And just give as much love as you can to the next man. Or next woman, Just love.
That's it. Love.
Love and kindness.
Love and kindness.
Yeah.
If everybody could just love one another and help one another, and this world would be amazing.
Amazing, yeah. It'd be perfect.
All right, Matt. It was dope. Love talking to you. Can't wait for our follow-up.
Yeah.
78702, baby.
Yeah, 02.
All right, brother.
Yeah.